Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's Derek, and welcome to FatalRPM. So today we're actually going to be working on some more electronics. We have the undertail here. What I'm going to do is show you how to get sequential taillights on your motorcycle for under, I think these were 20 other materials for under $50, under $30. Yeah, under 50 bucks. Now really you can do this on any motorcycle. This undertail here is the Hot Bodies undertail for the F4i. I don't like those by themselves. So what we're going to do is actually throw these sequential taillights on here. Now where you can find these is on eBay. They're 20 bucks. I'll put a link down in the description. But it took an eternity for me to find sequential taillights for a vehicle. Now usually if you search for sequential turn signals or something of that sort on eBay or Amazon or any website, in all honesty, you're going to find something that's proprietary. So it's either going to be for your bike or it's going to be universal for like front headlight housings. That's all I could find. When I found this, I was extremely happy. Essentially what we have here is a strip of LEDs. Now it's sequential, so that means it does flow through the light. Whenever you turn on, or flow through the light, that doesn't make any sense. Whenever you turn on your turn signal, the lights flow down the strip. Supposed to, at least. It's the eBay part, so we'll see. Now, I've had good luck with these in the past. Before, I just got some regular tail lights, and then I hooked the brake part up to the turn signal, so it flashes in the red and not the amber. So the brake light, you know how when you press on your brake, the light comes on or brightens up, would flash that red. So luckily I have this. It's going to be the amber color it should be. It fits in really well. The only thing is you can see these LEDs here. What my original idea was is to cut out a piece here and inlay, like, I was thinking like a frosted acrylic, something like this to disperse the light and you couldn't see the LEDs in. But that's too much work for right now. Maybe at some other point. Like I was saying, you can do these on any motorcycles, on any motorcycle or any vehicle, in all honesty. This is created to be for your tailgate on a truck. So each one of these strips are 24 inches. Of course, I don't have 24 inches here. It is a little bit longer than what I can put on. And what I'm going to end up doing is stopping just shy of the light, going down here and then wrapping it around. Since it is a flexible one, I'm not going to pinch it because that will break the connections. And then I'm going to have it stick on the back and then have my little control box and everything here, like double-sided taped to the bottom of this. Now the good thing is I have just enough space to get it through here, because this is where the passenger's foot pegs come out. So imagine the bike, you have your foot peg here and it comes out, but it has literally like a quarter inch of space between there, and that's just enough for me to get into it. For this to actually still work. So it's really simple. You just want to make sure you're starting with a clean surface. I'm going to grab a microfiber here, and I just realized I don't have, yes I do. So we have this here. This was literally like a $4 piece. Literally like a $4 piece. I don't like using these things. One, because they're bulky, and you can't wrap electrical wire around 4 of those because it's gonna be a big bulge in the middle of the wire. I don't like that. The reason why I like this is because it has this little wiring diagram here. So this helps us with everything. So this will tell us which one of these cords is turn signals, brakes, stuff like that. So what I'm going to do here is plug this in. Now obviously you don't have to use these ones. You can just use this kind of like as a guide and use your own connectors. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm just gonna use these ones here. So we have the white wire, which I'm pretty sure is ground. Let's see, the white wire is ground, okay. So the white wire on both sides is gonna be ground. The first black wire next to the white wire is, see, it's brown on the other side. That's gonna be our tail lights. So that's gonna be the consistent red that you'll see. Then the next wire, which is the second black or the yellow on the other side, is gonna be the left turn signal and the stop. So we have to wire the stop light to the yellow and the green, because the yellow is going to be left, the green is going to be right. And worst case scenario, if say these are swapped, they have the same exact plugs, like I was saying earlier, and you just swap them around on here. So what I'm going to do with this is way too much wire. I'm going to leave this tied up like this. I want to know why this has 2 white wires though. Other thing you're going to need is, if you're doing an aftermarket one like this, you're going to need the wiring diagram. However, if you're just going to go straight into your bike's wires, you just need the regular one. So if you're going to go straight into your wiring harness, you can use these, because honestly it will save you a lot of time. So what you would want to do in this case is, if you're going to use these wire taps, what you would do is you'd find the brake line. Say, let's do the right turn signal. You'd find the right turn signal wire based on your wiring diagram. These have a little opening here, and basically what you would just do is you'd slide it through. Of course, it's not open all the way. And then you take this wire as well and slide that right in there with it. And then take a pair of pliers or crimp tool, whatever you want to do. Press down on this firmly until it's completely flush with the top. Take this over, flip it, clip it, and it's done. And honestly, you can have that done in about 20 minutes, as long as it's not hard to take your fairings apart to get to your wiring harness. However, we're not going to do that. We're going to do more of a permanent solution. So according to my wiring diagram, so my black is ground. I'm going to put that aside. And then we have the red wire, which is going to be the brake light, which connects straight to the brake lights. So what I'm going to do here is take these. We are going to connect these two. And then the blue wire is the running light. So I'm going to connect these together, and we're going to work on the turn signals. So we have our right turn signal and our left turn signal. Now on here, our green wire is going to be our right turn signal. So let's work on the right turn signal. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to grab the soldering iron. Also grab my helping hand here. I'll put a link down in the description for this. So we need to take our green wire. I'm going to solder all 3 of these together at the same time. All right, so now that we have both wires soldered up, we're going to move on to the ground. I cut my own wire for this, so I cheated just a little bit, but honestly I didn't like the gauge of that wire, and this is just the ground anyway, so I'll be fine. So I cut my own gauge wire, and basically what we're just going to do is we're going to take the 2 black wires here, do just like we did with those, except we're going to twist these 2 together, and then we're going to twist it into this one, and then push both the black and white wires together to make that wire work. We have our soldered up ground, and then basically all we're going to do from here, I'm going to wrap each one of these up, because these wires are so thin that I don't have any shrink wrap, because I prefer shrink wrap, but this will work. I don't have any shrink wrap that will shrink onto this wire here. This is so thin. So we got the ground wire, left and right turn signals. Now what I'm going to do is wrap these guys up just so that they don't come apart. All right. Now I have to wire this up to my bike because this is an aftermarket one. If you had an OEM one, or if you just slapped them on the side of your, on the back of your cruiser or whatever, because that's the good thing about these. I've seen the cruisers with the big luggage boxes in the back. These will be perfect for that. Run them up the side of it, and that will be your left and right turn signals. And I like the way they look, in all honesty. So now that this is taped up, I'm going to get it wired on the bike and show you what it looks like. All right, everybody, so it's about dusk. We have it installed here on the bike. Let's get the key in real quick. See what it looks like. So as you can see there, turn signal, turn that down just a little bit. You can see it pretty well from the back. My license plate kind of blocks it, but. And left side, there's a left one. And I like how it's almost perfectly synced up. So like when it hits it, it turns on up here. All right, so that's about it for me today, guys. Ooh. As you can see, it's not entirely hard to do. As long as you have the wiring diagram for the turn signals on your bike, it's going to be a relatively painless thing to do. As always, if you liked what you saw, go ahead and leave a like down below. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon right next to the subscribe button, just so you get a notification whenever I drop a new video. That's about it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.